This weekend sees us arrive in Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix. First up is today's practice session. This is a popular location for many of the teams. The circuit is extremely demanding for both the drivers and the cars, and that makes it a very exciting place to race.
It's certainly a track that's liked by the drivers, providing a good set of challenges when racing. It has two long straights that allow for great overtaking opportunities and a very complex 360-degree right-hand corner combination.
Hello people and welcome back. Today, back on F1 2015 for episode 3 of our F1 2015 career mode series. And yeah, we need a really good result here today. Not one of my favourite tracks, but I'm alright around it. And yeah, we've just been incredibly unlucky so far in this career mode series, so hopefully that can change. But anyway, they're the results of practice. And second place on the prime tyres, pretty solid. Only 200ths away from Lewis Hamilton, so yeah, looking again quite good. And that's only on the prime tyres. Normally when we go over to the options, I gain a bit of time on the AI. That's just the way it is, but me and Lewis Hamilton looking very strong at the moment. But now cutting on to qualifying, we've already set a banker time of a 1:38.3, which in itself is a pretty good lap time, but going on for another lap, switching down twice before slowly going through down the gears in this long turn one. Not the best turn one. We've got Rosberg up ahead of us as well, so yeah, we might have to try and overtake him some way through this lap, which won't be too good for our time, but with a slight bit up, just a little bit under a 10th up on our previous lap so far, so we're going quite strong at the moment. These corners, I seem to be quite fast through these compared to the AI most of the time. Took that quite nicely this time on this lap, but Rosberg might get in the way. Hopefully we can just slipstream past him on the straight. Yeah, but cutting along, last corner now, coming across for the lap time. What will it be? It's a 1:36.8. We got a whole second and a half faster. What a lap! That was a mighty lap. And yeah, we know we can just retire on that. 2.4 seconds clear of Lewis Hamilton. Our first time would have been good enough for a pole by a whole second. Absolutely dominated this session. Yeah, we're looking really strong at the moment. I really want to get a good race. We haven't had one so far this season. Looking for a good result. Let's hope our race pace can just be just as good as our qualifying pace.
With the clock ticking down, the drivers have a few minutes before the race event starts. Welcome to the Shanghai International Circuit for the Chinese Grand Prix. The Iceman, Kimi Raikkonen, took pole from under the noses of all his rivals in yesterday's storming qualifying. He'll now want to get the jump on them today, as all eyes look towards the red Ferrari sat at the front of the grid.
He's definitely going to be difficult to beat today, but anything can happen, so we'll have to keep a close eye on how this unfolds over the course of the race.
It was a good win last time out for Lewis Hamilton, who will still be feeling buoyant going into today's race. He knows he's got the beating of the rest of the field as long as he doesn't hit any reliability issues with his Mercedes.
Well, Lewis can beat anyone on his day. His pace has been second to none at times. He just has a knack of finding those extra tenths which others can't. I'm expecting...
Anyway, I had enough of Anthony Davidson talking, so yeah, that's our strategy, a two-stop. But yeah, here on the grid for the Chinese Grand Prix, round 3, about to get underway. 5 lights are out. Looks like the initial getaway has been pretty bad. We're going side by side with Hamilton. He's turned across us. He's spun us. Lewis Hamilton has spun us out of the race. We've lost our front wing on Rosberg, and we've been shunted. Oh my god. What has just happened there on that first lap? We're going to have another look on the replay. Yeah, we just off the start, we go to defend Hamilton. We don't turn across him. We straighten up, and then he just turns across us. We hit Rosberg. We shunt. Someone shunts wow, the McLaren just shunts 2 people in a row. And there's a whole mess of cars just going around the track. That's accident probably affected about 10 cars. So what a first lap. What a crash. But this is going to cost us so much time. That is a mighty crash, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, we have to do a spin out the way. And we get a 5-second penalty with Kvyat. And I was so dumb because we didn't cause that crash at the start with. And then Kvyat, we didn't even touch Kvyat. Going around, but we're going around the outside of 4 cars. I'll tell you what, that's a nice move. But I was a little bit dumb. Going around the outside of another 4 cars now, so 9 overtakes though, and we're back up to P11. So we're only 1 place away from points. And like Kvyat said in the Hungarian Grand Prix, never give up, because although this has cost us probably like a minute 20, I figured out that it would cost us a minute 20. We're still quite close to points, but yeah, we're gonna have to come into the pits to change our front wing. I think only 3 people actually got damaged, but it affected about 10 cars. But absolutely insane. Hamilton, he spun us in Australia. He spun us now once again in China. And then we got a 5-second penalty when we didn't even touch Kvyat, which was very annoying, I have to say. So yeah, in P17, only 3 other cars got affected with damage. So it's going to be a difficult race, this, guys. I figured out whilst I was racing, it cost me 1 minute 20. So we're a minute 20 behind the leaders now because of that. And yeah, that is kind of annoying. But we had good pace in qualifying, so can we get points? It's going to be a hard ask for us even to get points. We're going to have to push every lap just to scrap the 1 or 2 points at the bottom of the top 10. If we even get points, that'll be an amazing recovery. But yeah, it's not looking good for us so far at the moment, guys. I was a little bit done. Hamilton's flying. We're never going to win this race. Impossible. Without the safety car. If there was a safety car, that would have helped us, because it would have surely have come out after that crash. Even though no one actually retired. What? How could a crash that big involve no retirements? Just absolutely crazy stuff, guys. But yeah, we're going to need to push each lap, every single lap, and just hope for some points, hope for some luck to come our way. As we've set a 139.2 on lap 4, gaining on Bottas so much, and that would have been good enough for pole yesterday. So I'm a little bit done, but I'm a lot done actually. But this series, we're getting so unlucky. We're actually getting Raikkonen's luck. I mean, first race, Hamilton spins us, we get 2 punctures. Second race, we get a puncture, someone shunts us. This race, Hamilton spins us, we get shunted. It's just crazy. But at least we're gaining on Bottas quite a lot. Now on lap 8, this will be our pit stop time. But as you can see, we've actually caught up to the back of Kvyat. I cut on quite a long way just because we're in clear air and nothing much happened. But we have caught back up to a group of cars, and I think I can see points. I could see points just then. So it looks like 1 or 2 points might be coming our way this race. Yeah, but we're going to go onto the prime tyres, and we're going to, instead of doing a 2-stop now, we're going to also lose a whole pit stop, so we're going to have to do a 3-stop strategy, which really isn't good, and we're going to have to go on the prime tyres twice. That's just the way I'm going. We're going on the prime tyres twice just because I didn't feel comfortable with the tyre wear in that stint, so we're going to have to, yeah, not be able to run options and go fast, which is kind of annoying. Roberto Merry in P15, we get past him and Sainz there, sorry. Up into P15, once everyone makes their pit stops, I think we will be able to see points. But yeah, it will only be like 1 or 2 points. Still a long way to go though, 20 laps. Who knows what can happen. We've got the best pacer of anyone on the field so far in this race anyway, so who knows, maybe it can stay that way, but it's going to be really hard. And now look, Daniel Ricciardo has just crashed. There was some weird transitions there, sorry. But Daniel Ricciardo, he's just coming along here. He loses the backhand, he spins, and then this spin causes him to retire, does it? Or is he just going to retire anyway? Anyway, that's really weird. He just spins and then goes off to retire. Not too sure what to make of that, but on lap 10, people have made their pit stops. We're going down the inside of Hulkenberg for P10. We have took P10, so we are in a points paying position. So yeah, what a recovery so far. A lot of these cars were involved in the accident though, and you can see Verstappen, who wasn't involved, is a whole 19 seconds up the road with 19 laps to go. So second lap, we might just be able to catch up to Verstappen by the end of the race. Like near the end, we might be able to get behind him, maybe get up to P6, maybe if we're lucky, and that would be very, very lucky if we did. But 19 runs in the Grand Prix after Ricciardo's retirement. Let's just see what the gap is now. Actually, it's 17 seconds, so we're actually gaining about a second and a half a sector. So we are absolutely flying at the moment. So maybe we will catch Verstappen before the end of the race, because we are absolutely flying. Now on lap 14, getting past, we've caught up to Grosjean. He hasn't even made his pit stop, but we're getting past Grosjean. Around the outside, no, we dummy and go down to the inside, losing the back end a little bit, but we're into P9, so looks like we will be getting some points out of this race, which will be a very good recovery in itself after that massive crash. But next up is Alonso. And he's actually like in a whole group, so I think I can see P6 on my mini-map. I can see P6 on my mini-map, guys, so we might actually get some solid points. We're going to still lose a lot in the championship to people like Hamilton, but at least we're still going to get some points, as Alonso's going really slowly. We're going down the inside of him then. Up into P6, and he's just T-boned me, alright. Calm down, Alonso, but anyway, on lap 60 now, we've caught up to Verstappen. I thought it was going to take us all race. It's only taken us 6 laps to catch 20 seconds to Verstappen and overtake him. Next up is Nasser in P5, so what a comeback we are on. This is surely going to be the comeback of the season. I thought we had a good comeback last time, and now look at us. Still got 12 laps to go yet as well. But I think we're going to ride on board and see what the gap is. No, we're not, but anyway, this was Nasser a few seconds ago. Getting held up by Mary a little bit, so that will be helping us catch on to him a little bit. So yeah, after people have made their pit stops, we're into P4, but we're going to have to make our pit stop now. I doubt we will have got the overcut, but yeah, we'll be on a fresh set of prime tyres to take us to the end of the race, as yeah, we're going down into P6. But this, oh my word, there's a pit stop glitch. There's a pit stop glitch with the, is that the McLarens? I think, no, the Force Indias, is it? Or McLaren? No, I think the McLaren and the Toro Rosso have a pit stop glitch. So what is going on with this game? We have a pit stop glitch, lads. Amazing stuff, but we got a quick stop at least, literally needed. And we got the second gear glitch. What a glitchy pit stop. We go in the pits, 2 cars are stuck in the pits, and then we get the second gear glitch pit stop. So what? Just sort it out, Co-Masters, please. Co-Masters, sort it out. But next up is Grosjean. I think he still needs to make his pit stop as well. So, and yeah, we've jumped Nasser. We have jumped Nasser somehow. We have jumped Nasser, so we are an effective P5. I think Massa though. Massa's about 16 seconds up the road. That's 10 seconds on lap 22. So 10 seconds and 6 laps. It'll be hard, but it's doable. I have to say, at the rate we're going, it's doable. And if we do manage to get P4, then that is just insane. That is absolutely insane if we get a P4 here, lads. What's the gap now? 8.6, so we are gaining a lot. At this rate, we might just be on the back of him by the end of the race. So what is going on here? But anyway, on lap 24, it's only taken us 2 laps to catch him. We are absolutely flying. We dive it down the inside. Rosberg's 21 seconds up the road, so I doubt we'll be able to catch him at the end of this race. But Massa coming back past. We've got an illegal overtake on him for some reason. But don't forget, guys, we also have to pull out 5 seconds because of that really weird penalty we got with Kvyat as we go back down the inside of Massa. But because of that penalty we got with Kvyat, we're going to have to pull out 5 seconds, which I think we might do. But it's going to be quite close because our tyres are starting to wear. We're not too good on worn tyres. Perez is out. Sergio Perez is out of the race as well. So what is going on here? And there's a tyre floating in the air. What is going on? There's just a random tyre floating in the air. As you can see on the replay camera, we're just coming along. And up in the sky, there's a Pirelli tyre just floating. I am so done with this game. There's just a tyre floating. And yeah, next lap, last lap of the race, tyre's still there. Our tyres are worn. I think we're just about 5 seconds ahead of Felipe Massa. Just about. So yeah, looks like we're somehow going to come P4. I think, is that the gap? That's either 6 seconds or 3 seconds, but I think it's 6. I think somehow out of nowhere, guys, we are going to finish P4 in the Chinese Grand Prix.
No one could compete with the Mercedes today as they take home another race win.
It really was a wonderful performance, and one that the team will be celebrating for some time to come.
Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
So what a race. First lap, massive crash. We have to work our way up all through the field. What a comeback. We were only 2 seconds behind Nico Rosberg without the penalty, so an extra lap, no random penalty. We could have got a podium here, lads. What a race. Quite far behind down in the championship. But remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.